AEDI data showed that almost 50% of children in our area were developmentally vulnerable. Our on-entry assessment showed that between 30 to 90% of our children scored 0, that's at the beginning of pre-primary, in their reading, writing, speaking and listening and numeracy areas. So our data, as you can hear, really wasn't pretty.
All the research and all the evidence points towards the fact that if we intervene early, our kids have a much greater chance of succeeding later on. So for us, we're both really passionate about early childhood education, so it was just a natural starting point for the both of us.
First of all, we really wanted to try and re-engage our families back into the school. And by growing our families, we can work together to achieve the outcomes that we want for our children.
So that involved speaking to our parents, speaking to our children, speaking to the elders, doing community surveys. What did they want to see at the school as well? It wasn't just about our vision for Djidi Djidi, it's about their vision.
We needed to have the community survey, and a few things come out of that. We had to have some home liaison. We also participated in several community meetings, and Sharon was also involved, and Justin, in some presentations with the local Goombera Aboriginal Corporation.
The first thing that the community was concerned and had feedback was the parent involvement in our school. Many of the families are related, which gives them an added link to the school uniqueness in terms of its beginnings and the reasoning for existing. And serious issues are often brought into the school, so that's another factor. And they affect our attendance, engagement, even some of our students, how they treat each other in the community.
We found that our families have difficulty accessing services. They have trouble with transport, or they have other family issues that come up. And because the school is a familiar place, we asked our community whether they would be more likely to access services if they were on our school site. We're fortunate to have a beautiful school that also was built with a large capacity in mind. So we've been able to dedicate a whole 2 large rooms to our Aboriginal innovation. And the parents are being more engaged. We have adult literacy and numeracy running through our PACE programs on a Friday in the library. We're breaking down those barriers to schooling that we often see in Aboriginal children.
Nidjanyorn Marak Kaya.
What is?
4 years.
So what's Kaya mean?
Yes.
What does UART mean?
No.
What is? It's been a great bonus with the adult classes, with the elders. And the elders are the movers and the shakers that get things rolling. So if we get our elders in an environment where they feel comfortable, it's bringing family back again. It's creating that kinship. And it doesn't have to be direct family members. It's kinship with co-workers, it's kinship with staff, children. It's creating extended family.
We've opened up our canteen for the first time in many years. We're running a breakfast program, and we know that our children are getting healthy lunches and they're coming with recess, and it's starting to promote interest of our parents in the school. So they're coming in, they're suddenly seeing a place for them in our school. So they're starting to come in. The children are seeing the parents here, and it's having all these really positive spin-offs.
I saw the canteen here and just wanted something to do for the kids in the mornings. And best part about it is watching the kids come along, and when they see the window open, they know there's some toast ready and maybe Milo ready, so they come over and have a yarn with us, say good morning, and it sort of just lifts them up, gets them going. Sometimes we see some come along with their heads down, they're just not in the mood for school, so they have some toast and have a talk with us, start playing around. That's the best thing about it, watching them wake up in the morning and ready for school.
Basically what we want to do at Djidi Djidi is to construct an early childhood learning centre that is, I guess, cutting edge in terms of meeting the needs of not just our children but all of our families. And so we have been able to, so far, engage several services from our community to come in and work with our families and children.
I work at a different school, which is Mania Senior College, and we applied for some funding, which we were granted, which was a career-based program. And my principal and the associate principal at Djidi Djidi identified that it would be great to have a social worker come in and help with the careers program and identify some emotional and social issues amongst the students at Djidi Djidi. Because we found that you can't just enter into discussions on careers and things like that without touching on things that are happening at home and things that are happening, behavioural things that are happening in class, and just teaching them some resilience.
Hat on. Yay! I'm currently testing 20 kindergarten students aged between 3.5 and some up to 5.5, looking at speech, language, vocabulary, grammar, storytelling, all those important things that are so important in this age group. Children here might be speaking English, Aboriginal English, and I believe Noongar is also taught as a second language here at the school, so we need to be looking at how speaking different languages and different dialects impacts on that as well, and how best to support all of them together.
When the kids first come to us, we do their height, weights, head circumferences, temperatures, and a lot of the times little kids present with a temperature and it's high and it's not appropriate. And then we can actually relay to the parents, what we think the prognosis is, or to call the doctor and ask for, what they think that could be the cause.
I work for youth care. I'm already a chaplain for youth care at another school. I spend time with the children in their classrooms or out at play, just trying to build relationships and make connections with them, so they're confident that there's a friendly face around the school that they can come and speak to if they need to. And I also spend time out in the community with our liaison officer. We go and visit homes of the families at the school, if there's children that haven't been attending, and it also gives me an opportunity to meet with key people in the community, elders, and just also the mums and dads out there who may not come to the school but need a connection between the school and them.
What's different about our model to begin with is that we're contextualising it to meet the needs of our families. So what we certainly haven't done is gone the one-size-fits-all model. We've really looked and listened to what it is that our parents want. So we are providing the services that we have been asked for. We may not necessarily have thought that that's what our community needed, but that's what they're telling us that they want. And I think in terms of engaging our parents, that's going to be one of our biggest success points there.
We've had several delays throughout the process. Reason being why it's been so complicated is because we do have a Djidi Djidi community that is complex. Consultation is quite difficult, bringing all groups of people together and trying to work with people to get everyone on the same page. And we've learnt a lot through that process.
We've now named our extended services Moort Maladiny. That means growing families. So it's making it more unique to our community. And rather than looking at services that people are so used to, that word, we thought something that's positive, growing, and looking at our extended families, how they do grow.
Certainly, I think the number of services we've had come on board this year has been a huge success. And we're already seeing developmental progress with our children in the early years. So I think they are to be celebrated.
If we were to look at it in a Noongar sense, innovations is for something that we've always done years ago, but it's broken down somewhere. And I think that we're bringing it back. And if we can use it in a way that's unique to our culture, I think it's going to be a great success.